Hi, and welcome back to the BearCast. I'm one of your hosts, Arianna Garcia.
And I'm your other host, Keira. Today we are interviewing
Natalie Castañeda
and
Denali here.
So first, the school or ASB related questions. Question number 1, how long have you been in ASB?
This is my first year being in ASB. This is my second year being in ASB.
what exactly do you guys do in ASB?
I'm an athletics commissioner, so if the year weren't, on COVID terms, I would be contacting all of the coaches and just kind of figuring out what ASB could do to help with their schedules and their games and everything. So because of COVID, we did come in contact with the coaches to kind of set up this event, the athletics tournament actually, just so that the seniors and the varsity teams that weren't able to get their fall season or their last season in high school were able to just kind of come together and do their thing.
So I'm one of the ASB vice presidents, so my job is just to take attendance during our meetings, and if we ever have any posters to make or something, I look over them and make sure they look good to be put up. And just overall when we have events, walking around and making sure everything's running smoothly.
I feel like multiple of you have the same jobs sometimes, because isn't it like a bigger group, or am I wrong about that?
You're not wrong. There are a lot of commissioners there are 2 to 3 commissioners for every kind of position. I am one of the 3 athletic commissioners, and I think this is the first year that we have 2 vice presidents. Right? Yeah. But there usually is 1 VP and a lot of the other jobs work in groups instead of just one person.
For both of you again, why did you kind of want to join ASB in the first place? Or what made you want to join ASB?
I applied for ASB my freshman year coming in, and I obviously didn't make it. So I think throughout my years at Warren, it's always been something that I wanted to do. And this year was the year where I actually did get an interview. And I think it was just a really good opportunity for me to kind of take part in making our last school year memorable in any way we kind of could. Everyone's at home and there's not a lot that we could do. We can't have all the events that ASB would usually host. But I think we're doing a pretty good job at trying to get all the seniors and all the students kind of back here or back to campus. And so ASB is just kind of the thing that we do for the students, and I wanted to kind of be able to make a year or any school year kind of memorable for not only the seniors but kind of all the other classmen as well.
So I've always wanted to be in ASB since my freshman year, but then I was just too scared to apply, and then I didn't have space in my schedule. But then junior year, I finally had space. So me and my best friend, we ran for class officers, and then I made it, and it was really fun because I just knew when we'd get to see what they do. It always just looks so fun to me to get to organize these big events that everyone loves so much. So I always wanted to have a role in that.
So it met up to your expectations?
Definitely.
Okay guys, next question. What is your favorite school event that you planned / have been to?
I can't speak as a very often person who went to a lot of the school events. I know that I saved all my dances for senior year. I told myself, I was oh, senior year I'll go to homecoming, junior year I'll go to Sadie's, and then COVID happened. So, but I know I've been kind of a part of the behind the scenes for the senior sunrise, for the movie night, and I think the movie night has to have been my favorite so far, just because it was kind of our bigger event this year, and it kind of really did show how we could work together, who works better with who, and we just had a really good outcome, and it was just something that, I think I speak for myself, and I don't know if any of the other ASB members feel the same way, but I had a lot of fun working behind the scenes and being able to talk to everybody and see everybody with masks, of course, and socially distanced. But it was something that I had a lot of fun kind of working with or working for.
I'd say my favorite event, just setting up and being a part of overall, would have to be our Downey versus Warren game last year, just because we were at school so early in the morning, and like I still wasn't tired, you know, like throughout the whole day, like I was still so energized just by like everyone else's energy, and everyone was so happy and just running around trying to get everything done. And it was probably one of my most memorable moments of like my entire high school experience. So I would say downward.
I sadly didn't get to go to that. Oh, what, Arianna?
It's okay. How early did you get to school to set up?
I think that day we got there at 4, and then we didn't leave school until like 11:30.
Oh my god.
But it was fun. The whole thing was fun.
Yeah. I feel like it'd be hard to like be tired on that kind of day, just the energy.
Exactly, yeah. Everyone like so hyped and screaming. Just gives you that vibe.
And then last ASB question. What do you think ASB has taught you?
Being that I haven't been in the program for a long time, I feel like it's really taught me how to just work with everybody. I think throughout my years at Warren, I think the biggest kind of group besides Warren that I kind of had to work with, underclassmen and like people of every grade and everything, was probably cheer. But ASB really taught me how to like kind of reach out a lot. I get really shy talking to any of the adults, and that's just not my forte. But as an athletics commissioner, I think it really taught me to kind of find new ways to communicate with other people. And
I have to definitely agree with Nat. Like, I feel like if I wasn't in ASB, I wouldn't have so many, like, I wouldn't have learned how to just build on these friendships and become close to so many people. And I feel like it's just helped me grow as a person. Like, you know, freshman year me would not have been able to speak up in an assembly. Like, that just wouldn't happen. I was way too shy. And I feel like ASB just helped me become, you know, more like comfortable with speaking publicly, and yeah, just helped me speak.
I feel like for a lot of kind of future incomers for ASB or anybody that's like wanted to apply to the program, like I know Danelle said that she didn't apply because she was too shy, and I can definitely say that that's been one of my reasons and why I avoided the program my sophomore and junior year. But I feel like what people should really consider kind of think about when applying for the program, like in the year to come, is to just kind of give it a shot. Like, you have to shoot your shot sometimes. And, you know, they're not going to flat out like reject you. They're not going to say, hey, we don't want you. Like, you're not a good person. You're not good enough. Mm-hmm. They're going to kind of take you in, and they really just like show you and like set examples for like how they want things done, and you know, kind of like they teach you how to communicate with everybody else. We've had our meetings where we go into breakout rooms with some people that we haven't met face to face yet, and even then it's just, you can kind of really see like who are the shy people and who are more kind of social, and it really just like, it gives you such a good environment to kind of branch out and not get judged. And everybody in ASB is like, we're not judgmental. Nobody in this program is judgmental. We don't judge anybody, but you know, it also teaches you like how opening people are, and it's just something that like, it's very heartwarming. I think when I like first realized that ASB does that, it was something that kind of made me smile, because this is Danelle's second year, and I've known Danelle since we were in like 4th grade.
Oh dang!
And I feel like since she's joined ASB, I've been able to see like how open she's become. And Janelle was such a quiet girl. If you knew her for as long as I have, she was such a quiet girl, but she's definitely like branched out. And for all the shy students out there who are kind of more on the quiet side, ASB is like the best possible kind of program to branch out in.
Now we're gonna move on to the fun questions to kind of get to know you guys more personally. What do you guys fear most?
I think like on a non-deep level, my biggest fear would have to be like heights or spiders.
My biggest fear is just like losing people. Like I can't just because I'm not that good at like learning how to talk to new people. So like just losing the people that I've already had such strong relationships with it's a very big fear.
I definitely agree. It becomes like scarier more progressively, like as it happens. I don't like it either. I don't even try that much anymore. 'Cause
And the next question, would you rather have a job that you love but it pays very little, or a job that you don't really like but pays a lot of money?
Wow. Okay. I think if I'm thinking for like I'm thinking towards like my future and like my well-being in the future, I'd probably do a job I hate that pays very well. Just because I can earn enough money and save enough money to take care of myself enough to retire early. So I'm not stuck doing a job that I don't like forever.
We haven't got an answer like that about the retirement.
Yeah.
I know everybody I've talked to, I ask that question all the time in conversations. A lot of people are like, I'd rather do a job that makes me happy and I make nothing. And I'm like, oh, see, I can't. I feel like I worry too much about the future and I overthink it too much to just kind of answer in the moment and just kind of be like, I'd rather do something that makes me happy. I worry too much about my own future. Even now, it's just like I'm stressing over things that haven't even happened yet.
Yeah.
And all my college and everything, I just stress over things that haven't happened yet. So I feel like that's definitely a decision I'd make.
Yeah, that's like definitely something I can relate to. Just stressing out over everything. And then like there is like pros and cons on both sides of like a job you love and a job you hate.
I definitely agree with that. Like, I would so much rather do a job that I don't like if it pays me more money. Just because it's not like I'm going to be working my whole life. Like, you know, once I get out of work, like, I can go enjoy myself, buy myself something that I want, and not have to worry
All
about
that money.
Yeah, you know? Like, I have an expensive taste, so I wouldn't have to worry. Like, I can just get what I want.
Yeah, and that'll make you happy. It doesn't have to be necessarily about the job.
Exactly, yeah. The job isn't the only thing that we're going to do our lives, so.
And then last question, what is something on your bucket list?
I think skydiving is definitely something on my bucket list. And that's like such a basic answer. Because everyone's like, I'm going to go skydiving. But I'm just so scared of heights.
You want to get it over with.
And I have trust issues, so those parachutes, I've seen videos where they don't open, and I can't, like, I have trust issues. When I go, they better open, because that's the end of me, like, that's going to be the last thing I accomplish on my bucket list. But it is something that I do want to do, just so that I can just, like, get over my fear of heights.
I think I want to just go on, like, a trip with my friends, like, just like a little...
Your road trip?
Yeah, like, I don't know, like, I want to go somewhere. I don't want to go to New York or Hawaii and just live my best life, you know, like, I think that would be something I would enjoy so much more than, like scuba diving or skydiving, just because I'm doing something and, like, I'm doing it with people that I enjoy, like, spending time with.
Thank you,
Natalie Castañeda.
and
And all here.
for being on this episode.
See you soon, Bears.